Right, so we have a question here. What's up, everybody? How you doing, man?
Good evening, Hamish.
Good evening. How you doing?
Wonderful. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. I'm Hamish.
Yes, of course, Hamish. Thank you for inviting me into your channel, and I'm very much grateful. It is for the purpose of my study.
Yes,
It is a research project.
Yes. Yes.
The research project, which is for the social work students at UNISA, University of South Africa. Thank you for having me, Hamish, and thank you for agreeing.
And thank for having me too. And I appreciate for your time and taking to, to interview me. So thanks, I appreciate. I welcome. Thank you so much.
Okay. Your agreeing to participate in this research is very big for me, and for having it is another big thing that has happened in this research. So we are going to start with just the basic questions. Like I said, it's about HIV.
Yes.
So we would want just to find out. It's an investigation, a research which is going on around the youth.
Yes.
The youth who are aged between 15 years of age and 35 years of age, for which you fall within the 15 and 35 years of age.
Of course, yes.
So what is HIV, Hamish, according to your understanding?
Okay, I'll just tell you according to what I understand. For what I understand and what I've learned when I was in primary school, because I learned HIV a lot when I was in primary school.
Okay.
HIV is human I don't know this next one, man, but I know the last one is virus.
Okay.
Human in, I don't know, in what? Immune?
Yes. Virus.
Immune virus, right?
Yes.
Human, immune virus. Just immune virus. There's no other word there in the middle?
No, there's no other way.
I forgot. Thank you so much for reminding. It's a primary school classes. Thank you so much. So human,
and it's interesting that you were
virus.
saying. It's interesting that you are saying it's in primary school classes. That means secondary school, nothing.
I'm
High
gonna be
school,
very
nothing.
honest with you. In secondary school, I learned some, but there was no insistence. In primary school, in my school, in my community, they used to insist a lot about HIV.
Okay.
They even actually give us, pamphlets where you can see, you have to use protection, you have to use a condom, and don't have sex until when you finish school and you get married. So before you get married, please do not involve in sexual activities. That's what we were taught.
Okay.
Yes.
So that was in primary school. Secondary school, nothing. In tertiary school now, how are you finding it? Anything being mentioned anyway?
No, I guess they assume probably if you study those specific subjects like HIV subjects or like this stuff you're doing social works.
Okay.
But I think for the most case they assume we're mature enough, so we should be able to, which is not, it's other way around, because for the most case most of the adults are people who do,
They are the people who engage.
Yeah, who engage the most. So I think they should get a lot of HIV and AIDS class and awareness classes.
Okay, so our education is supposed to be in the media. Our education is supposed to be in the media.
I guess so. Yeah, it
Okay.
should be. Yes.
So
I believe
okay, that is HIV. So what is AIDS?
AIDS, from my understanding, at first you see I used kind of get confused. Like I never knew. Like I used to know, you have AIDS, or I have AIDS, or you have HIV/AIDS. I used to thought the same thing, but then the more I learned, because I'm one of the groups of people. There's a lot of groups nowadays on social media like WhatsApp, Facebook.
Okay.
So I'm in a
Yes,
group
yes,
of people who are infected with HIV, because I got some family member, I got very close friends. So just to get information sometimes, which can help their loved one and share with them too.
Okay. So you're in this group for the fact that you are supporting even your family members.
Yeah, like we all have some members in the family who are in the same situation, or friends, and apart from that, I also want to learn.
Okay.
You know, so it's very important that I learn. So as far as AIDS, so from those group I learned that AIDS. When you say AIDS, for what I've learned in my understanding, I also did a little research. AIDS is when you get that sickness, when you start to get sick. But HIV is just virus, because you might catch a virus, but you don't. Maybe after 2-3 years or some months, and then you start to get sickness.
Okay.
Mm.
But you can catch a virus and there's no sickness.
Yeah.
There is no proper sickness to say one is in bed, one is dying.
Yes.
Yes.
How are you gonna know? For example, let's say I have an infection. Now, how are you gonna know I have infection? So you're not gonna know. You understand what I'm saying? So the only time you know is when you go for the test. You know,
They say
I'm
the first
positive.
few weeks you get a very heavy flu or you get a running stomach. The first few weeks of infection. That's what they say. But you never know, are you right? You
Yeah.
can never look at a person to say, this one is infected and this one is not.
Yeah, because
infected.
sometimes they say it varies. You know, it depends on your immune system. Some of the people that get, but for the most case, like you say, they get like, rapidly strong flu and
The running stomach.
running stomach,
maybe.
So. But everybody sometimes gets sick, so it's hard to tell.
It's hard to tell. It's
So the
just,
best way
you
is to go
don't
for the
know
test.
whether it's just a general cold. Like Cape Town is very cold at the moment, and
Yes.
people are getting flu every day.
Yes.
Okay, so how is this HIV transmitted? Would you kind of like shed a light on what knowledge the youth have? I want to say maybe just don't be speaking about yourself for yourself. May you speak in generally about what the youth believe, people of your age, ranging 15 to 35. What is the general feel? Or you could say, when I was 15 or when I was such and such an age, these were our beliefs, and then when I grew up to such an age, these were. But I believe that those who are older, because we are not yet 35,
Yes.
we have such beliefs. What are the? What do people say? How is HIV transmitted?
For the most case, for what I've heard and for what I know, HIV is transmitted if you have an unprotected sex.
Unprotected sex?
And when you have a protected sex with somebody who already infected, but it's hard to tell, because how are you gonna know this person is infected or is not infected? As you know, these
Okay.
days we're living, people use medication. You might use medication, and you don't want to know like this person is infected or not. So that's just very, very important. So to taste before you involve with, sexual with the patient. So
you're
it's
saying the
transmitted through
major method of moving the disease from one place to the other, from one person to the other, transmission is sexual.
Yes, unprotected sex.
Unprotected sex.
Yeah, through sex. Yeah.
Okay. Well, what other methods would you know?
Excuse me?
What other methods would you know that that can transmit the disease?
Just if you involve sexual, if you make love with a person without having protection, means the virus is going to pass from whoever infected, whether you or that person, to you.
Okay. All right.
So that's
That
what-
makes sex a monster, no?
Huh?
That makes sex a monster.
Yes. So
Okay. And then, do you know how is it cured? How is HIV cured?
there's no cure for HIV, but from my understanding, there is a medication like ARVs and other names, which I don't know the name of other medication, where it can you can live longer. You can use medication for the rest of your life. Because I have a very close friends who was born with infection, and one of them, she's about 37, 36 now.
37.
Yeah,
So
37.
she has lived for the 37 years of her life with
Yes,
the virus.
yes, and
Okay.
she was never told when she was young. I remember until when she was grade 9.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's when she got to know.
she was told by the parents, like, you
Okay.
such and such and such and such.
How did she take it? If just to divert from
No,
the
she didn't know,
research?
because she was very naughty. So the parents once, one of the sisters said, "Hey, why you do this wrong stuff? And you infect, you have a
The virus.
virus." And they said, she didn't know that. So from there, at face,
She
she
made it,
told
yeah.
me, because she shared a lot of stuff with me. So she told me at face, it was hard for me to take it, because I used to start with her. We used to do a lot of stuff, talks, and having fun. So
Okay.
she told me, like, man, this is what I'm going through at the moment. So I had to give a lot of support.
All right.
She's a friend of mine. Yes.
Okay. I hear you say a friend. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we gotta show love to the people we love, you know, for the people who are close to us, you know,
to
in
our
hard
answer.
time and good time too, you know.
Okay. All right. So how is so you're saying there is no cure, flat.
Yeah, they say there's no cure,
But
you
then
know,
there is a
there's
way of
medication.
treatment. There is
Yeah.
medication.
If you use the medication, you're gonna be right. Like if you, let's say, walk around here in Cape Town or Vada's place, or it could be anywhere you at, how are you gonna know somebody affected the world living? No, you cannot know.
All right.
Because you use the medication, you exercise, eat healthy, eat a lot of vegetables, and then you're
And you
fine.
remain healthy.
You remain healthy, yes.
Okay. So what? Let's go back to the essence of my research, which is the beliefs. We want to know the beliefs. What do the youth in South Africa, the youth in Cape Town, maybe? What do you believe is the basic way of transmission? What are your beliefs about transmission? You know, let me go back to kisses, to saliva, to sharing pots. You know what we used to hear when we were also young. Okay, how far can you go sharing things with somebody who is a HIV positive?
Me personal.
Not only you personal, the general beliefs, and you personal, of course.
I think for the most case, no, I think I don't understand the question clear. So you say, what are the beliefs people probably feel like, oh, this is
Yes,
to the
like if I
extent
shake
where-
your hand
Yes,
and I'm HIV positive,
it's okay.
do you catch on the virus?
I don't have a problem. You cannot catch a virus shaking somebody's hand. You
Okay.
cannot catch virus, hug somebody. You cannot catch a virus if you eat somebody. If you eat with somebody, not eat somebody, I apologize. You cannot catch virus by spending time talking to that person, you know, having
Okay.
great time. As long as you don't do blood transfusion, because if, let's say, I cut myself here and then I cut the patient, I'm infected, let's say, and she's gonna get infected. So you only get infected through blood transmission or sexual activity. You see, do not do sex without condom, or wait until you get married and you have to taste with your partner
Okay.
before you involve
you taste.
sexual. Yes.
Okay, and so that is. Do you know of any beliefs that people have, that society has, that the youth have about being cured?
Yeah,
Then
it's-
being cured. Of
yeah, it's a lot of
HIV?
beliefs. You know, some people sometimes they believe, no discredit for I have respect for for witch doctors and stuff, but it's a lot of beliefs going on that some
Okay.
of the witch doctors have got the medication for HIV. So I don't know whether it's true or not. I'm just saying, but for my understanding, there's no cure for HIV.
All right,
And a lot of people, they take advantage of that. Somebody's gonna say, oh,
I've got
like,
it.
yeah, I've got it. Like, I'm in a lot of social media platforms where I see a lot of people sometimes, especially scammer, because they want to make money out of the people who are going through some. So they're gonna put adverts like, hey, these doctor helped me and I got cured for HIV.
All right.
You can reach me in this number, but if you smart, you can read it. You can read like, come on, man, there's something fishy sounding there.
All right.
Because they know that frustration. Some people like, oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm going through hardship. So some people, they fall under there and they get scammed. Some people,
Alright, yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe there might be some of the medication, but for my understanding, there's no cure for HIV. But there is a medication where you can use the medication such as ARV, and you're gonna be fine. If you eat healthy, you exercise, you're fine. Because HIV is just like a SARS.
All right.
It's like me and you, let's say if I'm infected now. So what's the difference? I'm still the same patient.
Okay.
Same
Yeah,
spirit.
yeah.
It's just a SARS. The SARS is different.
Okay.
Like this patient's HIV and this is HIV negative. HIV positive and HIV negative. So just a matter of SARS, but the important thing is you just have to protect yourself. It's good whether you're positive or negative, and you have to use protection all the time.
And
Even if you're infected, you want to have a session with another patient, make sure you use protection, because if you have if you involve in sexual activity with other patient and that patient got strong virus, means you're going to catch that virus and then it's going to multiply itself. and you're gonna get more sicker. You know.
I hear you. Let us talk about, so you say the beliefs about treatment.
I got another belief. Some apology, I didn't finish. Some people, sometimes I see. You see, sometimes you see some men, the rape kids, the infants. That's a disgust, man. You know, if you real man enough, why would you go and rape the kids? Because you believe that you hate it, you infected. So if you're gonna sleep with the infant, and then you're gonna cleanse yourself, become negative. Come on, man. Stop this nonsense. I call this nonsense. You know, you go and infect that little angel and little infant. You know, and that infant is going 1 year old. Some of them are infant, newborn baby. That baby is gonna have to live with infection for the rest of the life because of ignorance. So if you man enough, you need to stop that, man. You know, you need to stop there, and you gotta be a leader. You know, you gotta be a leader and teach this youth.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you for saying that.
Thank you.
There is nothing like if you sleep with an infant, the virus in you gets out of your body.
No.
There's
There's
nothing
no
like
such
that.
things. Yeah.
So we are clearing
Just
that
go
off.
and go to the clinic, to the local clinic. If you know, oh, I'm infected, you have to accept your status. And once you accept, you're gonna be right. You know, you can have a children, you can have your family, you can live your happy life, and everything's gonna be fine.
Wow. Okay. And then, so you, after acceptance of your status, if you know what your status is, even if it is positive or negative, life can go on.
Yes.
Right. And what about this myths? I'm wondering if we are getting the difference between a myth and a belief. A myth, maybe, you know, like what we have spoken about right now, to say some men believe, right?
Yes.
That when they sleep with small children, small girl children, infants, even, their HIV status gets changed from positive to negative.
Yes.
That's a belief.
Yes.
What about myths? What do we do there? What are the myths that you generally come across in society?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know the difference between myth and beliefs. So what the difference? For example, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, what the difference? Isn't the same thing?
It sounds like it's like the same.
It sounds like the same thing.
Yes, it sounds like. But a myth is something maybe that you also know that it is outrageous, that everybody has not believed. Because now a belief is it's something that people are already holding on to. We have heard cases about children being raped, so that is already a belief. And then maybe we don't know other myths. This is what I'm trying to find out from the society, from the youth, to say, do people condomize all the time? What is it?
Oh, I see what you mean.
How does it get transmitted? Is there a situation maybe when you say, no, if you do it this way,
yes,
then there is no transmission?
Some people they say, oh, if you circumcise, you're not going to get infected. I have a friend of mine, right? So, I'm not going to mention the name because, a very good brother of mine, man. So he was not circumcised. And, he's a good friend of mine. So I had to encourage him to go and have a circumcision.
Okay.
So, take him to all initiation process, and he goes circumcised. And the moment he come back, he started sleeping around with the women, and he's not used protection. So at first he was used protection because say, if you circumcise, if you involve in sexual activities, you don't get infected. Okay. And he said, I'm a group O, so I don't catch infection. I said, you know what, you're gonna catch it with your group O.
All right.
You see?
So there's that actual myth also that says group O does not get infection.
Yes. Right. And this is like third person. I know even the other guy, when I was traveling, say, you know what, me, I can sleep around with the women, I'm group O. And he been doing a couple times, he never get infected. But once he catch it,
Okay.
So as far as condomize, a lot of youth, some of them, they still believe like the myth, like I say.
All right.
If you circumcise and you involve with the sexual activity of the women, and then or with your partner, you can't get infected. That's not true. You just have to protect yourself and protect the loved one. So
All right.
That's one of the myths that which is going on.
And that's an interesting one to know that there is a certain blood group that says no, we are here, we cannot, we cannot get infected.
I have a friend, like I say, he was doing that, and I tell him, hey, you have to protect yourself. You say, oh, you know what? I'm not gonna use protection because so that if my partner, she's gonna cheat on me, I'm gonna find out. Because if I'm gonna use protection, I'm not gonna find out she's gonna cheat on me. I say, look, you so out of your mind. So you're gonna have to risk your life and involve doing unprotected sex for someone
just to find out.
Just to find out whether she cheat on you or
if
not.
I get that STD, then she's cheating.
Then she cheat on me. Why don't you
if
have
I'm not getting the STD, she's not cheating.
She's not cheating on me. So those are stuff also happening. Trust me. This patient is almost 30 also. Yes, he was almost 30 years old.
Okay. What would you advise them? Okay, maybe let me get a little bit personal. At what age do the boys, should I just leave it at the boys or should I bring it personal to you to say, at what age do you think it's comfortable? Do you think, or the youth are finding it comfortable to start engaging in sexual activity? Let's not talk about love affair. Let's just say sexual, like the actual act of being active. At what age?
I'm gonna tell you in a lot of boys and men's situation. Most of the kids, they get sexual more active started from if you're 17, 18, it's not easy to get a girlfriend.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? You like the girls because you go through that that process of becoming a man, mature, and when you're 15, that's the hardest time of a man.
Is it?
I'm telling you, 15, 16, that's why you find a lot of kids who are 16, 17, they don't want to listen to the parents. Like, they feel like, I'm a man right here.
All right. 16,
17, 18, 19, that's a tough time. Like, and it's not easy to get girlfriend when that time. Like, even if you have a girl, but it's hard to convince her to involve with you sexual.
All right. But the girls forward now, aren't they asking for it, the girls?
It's not easy. I'm telling you my opinion. Like, when you're 17, 18, 16, 17, 18, there, you like it goes a lot. Like, but it's not easy to get a girl. That's why some of these youth, some of them, they go and buy sex.
Buy?
I'm telling you. Because nowadays, it's a lot of things going on, like other place. Like, and some of the other people who are, trading sexual stuff. And, I mean, if a child of 17 years ago is going to 17 years come, because some of them they teach other, oh, you want to do this? I can take you to place.
Wow.
That time I remember was grade 10. I mean, people that used to go place and buy sex. But, I never do that. I know some people say, no, that one? I think he did that one. No, I never do it. I'm sorry, I never do it.
But there were some people doing it.
A lot of my friends, I'm telling you, they used to go there. And they involved with the big people, man. Like,
grade 10, you're like, how tall? How old? Like, you're like really young.
They involved with the big people. Like, you find somebody's 17, 18, because let's say you go and pay 150, 200. They're not going to say no because they want money. So when you go to that place, most of the place is happening. Like if you go to Cape Town or other place in the evening, nighttime, they're going to say, hey, baby, or hey, they're going to say stuff like, hey, baby, oh, hey, all the stuffs. And for the teenage, they're like, oh, I think she liked me, that one.
All right. So grade 10 is like how old? 15?
Yeah, grade 10, I think 16, 17, 15, yeah, somewhere there.
Okay.
And some of them, so what they do, because it's not easy to, this is my understanding that time and my generation, people that time we grew up together, when 16 together go like at your age, it's tough to convince her to have a sex with.
Okay.
Right. She can be your girlfriend, but she's going to tell you like, hey, you know what? Most of them going to say, wait. Most of the women, they got principle, to be honest. Like 16, 17, they know what they want.
All right.
Like, no, let's wait until we finish school. They're always going to give you that.
Okay.
I like that face. Like,
Oh,
let's
right.
wait until we finish school, and
And
then we're
it's
gonna
a good
get married.
principle. It's a good principle.
But we men, we don't think about that. We just want to have like sex.
All right.
So I'm saying, I don't know, just my opinion.
All right.
So that's why when they're 17, 18, most of them, they end up involved with the bigger women, or they're going to buy sex. And it's easy to get infected. That's why it's very important
That's
to
why
educate
it's
the youth.
important,
I had a friend of mine, like I told you at the time, she's a friend of mine, we used to work together. So she had a 14 years old boy, 14 years old son.
Okay.
And you know what happened? They catch him with a lot of sex pictures,
Okay,
pornographic pictures, in her bag. And she told me, what, I'm confused right now because my son, they catch him with a lot of sex pictures.
This
So
is at school?
Eh?
This is at school or at home?
They catch him at school and home, so they saw the parents.
Okay.
So I don't know why you have those pictures, so we want to punish him. I don't know now what you do. Please give me advice.
Okay.
So the best advice I told, in my opinion, so look, the mistake that you're doing, you need to talk to your son, or if you have the time, let me talk to him, because now if you hide this stuff, he's going to start involved with you, because most of these kids, when they're involved with the sex, 14, 16, 17, they're not going to use a condom for the most case.
Yeah, because they are scared, they're shy.
They're shy, they're scared, no time to put on protection, and they end up getting infected. Most of the youth from 18, 19, 20, most of them from 16 to 25, most of them they get infected.
Okay.
I don't know, I haven't done research, but I'm trying
Yeah,
to.
you are actually
picture you.
agreeing. We are actually agreeing with one of the writers, Van Dyke. He actually says that is the prime time of infection.
So I had to talk to that boy, like, look, I told her that, mom, look, that's a friend of mine. You need to talk to your boy. Tell him, if you do this is a consequence. So I spoke to him, like, look, man, I talked to him, like, this is, what you're doing is not right, because, if you involve with such and such, there's a consequence. Means you might get infected. If you get infected, you're going to use medication for the rest of your life, because you're going to have a virus in the blood. Every day, yeah.
It's not an easy medication, that one. Yeah. And so what advice would you have for the youth? And when I'm talking for youth, what recommendations would you make? Remember I said youth from 15, but already I can kind of like feel that some people are even getting involved sexually even younger than 15.
Yeah, they are.
Yes.
14,
So what
15.
kind of advice would you have for the youth who are 15 and for the youth who are 35 or 40 or just between 35 and 15?
Okay, so let me start with the younger one, then we go for the bigger one. Or let me start for the bigger one, because this bigger one, come on, man, you should know what you're doing at the moment. So when you get drunk and they forget to use protection, there's a consequence for that. You understand? I'm talking to you 35, 30, 30 something, because you're always like, oh, you know what? I got drunk, I forgot to use protection. So, there's a consequence for that. And stop this stuff of like, oh, I got a girlfriend right now. And, if I'm going to take her for the test, if I'm going to ask her for the test, maybe she's going to run away. Because most of the men, you know what they do?
What do
They face having a sex, and the test is going to go later. Oh, most of the men, they don't want to go for test. They're scared. Women, they go for a taste. That's my experience.
Okay, all right.
Most of the women I know,
they will go for it.
they always go for a taste.
Okay.
Oh, we always like, most of the men like, oh, my girlfriend go for the taste, so she's okay, I'm also okay.
Yeah.
They do that, most of the men.
All right.
Like, they always look like, oh, they always position women as a, she gotta
It's
go
a measuring stick.
As a measuring stick. If she go for a test, she's
Have
okay.
you had your test? Have you been tested? Just to ask off the record.
Yes.
Yes, you have been tested.
Yeah,
How was
I'm
that first test that you had?
It was scattered. Remember, it was 2012. That was when I went did my test. I was sick. And when I got sick, I can't talk here, man. But I was sick, So after I get sick, one of my friends said, "Oh, you know what? That must be sexual transmitted disease. That one." One of my friends told me, he said, I better take her for a doctor. It was same as me. That's what he told me. I said, okay, cool. So what should I do? Because he told me all those scary stuff.
Okay.
You know, because he kind of person, like whatever going through, like he just wants you to go through the same thing.
All right.
He's not like that person is great, but if you go something and you go through something, it's like, hey, you know, that's this. You, hey. So he told me, listen, he took me to clinic, and after go to clinic, you know, so I thought maybe I'm going there just to have a normal treatment. So they say, you're not gonna get treated if you're not gonna have a HIV test.
All right.
In most of the local clinic here in Cape Town.
Okay. So it's kind of like a set rule that when you get in there.
That was 2012. I don't know about now.
Okay.
In government hospital clinic.
All right. I think it's still the same. Everybody should get treated. Everybody should be tested. That's why we have beautiful statistics in Cape Town and in South Africa as a whole, I think. Yes.
So I refused. I told the doctor, like, look, mom, she was young that time. Mom, I'm scared. You know what I said? I said something. She said, Mom, look, me, I'm young, you know, I'm the firstborn, and you know, my family depend on me. So if I'm gonna have a test here, if they're gonna find me I'm positive, maybe I'm gonna die. I was so stupid. And then they say, hey, listen, if you sick, wait there, we're gonna test. If you already healed, and then you can go. So you choose now. So I was feeling a lot of pain. For I said, you know what, Mom? Oh, I started myself. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna come next day. But I just said, you see all these people here? They test.
Okay.
So I said, well, Mom, and they started to tell all the nurse. There's a boy there. He doesn't want to have a taste.
All right. Okay.
I know, like they told you. They say, hey, they one of the top doctors say, call that boy, come here. See the women, and I went in there, say, see there. We're not gonna taste you. We wanna taste you. What you're seeking for, what you have a sickness. She didn't tell me she tastes me HIV.
Okay.
And then she tastes me. After she tastes me, she say, you see, you should set example.
All right.
But now you didn't do that. Now, if you're not gonna set up as example, means you're gonna spread the disease, and all the people or a lot of youth are gonna get what? Infected. Or maybe you don't have, or you have. So when you know your status, means you can protect you and the loved one. So then you say, yo, you see, you refuse to taste, but this is your result. You see, you should have tasted.
Okay.
Excuse me. So from there, and then I knew my status.
All right, beautiful. Which was negative, of course, according to the little discussion that we had earlier.
Yes,
congratulations.
Yes.
And it's quite a challenge to keep a negative status. I think you have more responsibility.
Nice.
You have more sense of responsibility there when your status is negative.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. I even stopped like involving in sex for some time. You know what I told the nurse? Like, Mom, listen. I told Mom, you know what? I'm done with the sex. Because all along, one of my friends said, hey, you went out to that girl? You know, there's a time that you went out to that girl?
She went out to that one.
Before I went to the test, I was involved with this other girl. You know, she was one of the, you know, fly women, beautiful. And one of my friends started coming up like, oh, that girl is like, he just came up with a rumor.
Ooh.
Like there was something. So, you know, it's always sticking in my mind like,
that girl.
I'm already also.
Yeah.
So when the news came like that, I was like, you know what? You don't have to listen to the people. You need to go and check for your status. Very, very important.
Okay. Okay, so now, have you given? No, you have not given any wonderful recommendations, advice for the youth out there?
Yeah, I'll tell the youth, man, you know. Oh, I didn't advise also the younger one. The younger one, if you have your friend, is she, right? You need to wait. No matter how much you want to involve in sex, you really gotta wait. Okay? Just wait until you finish grade 12, and when you finish grade 12, and then when you start university, get married, and after get married, and then you can start to involve sexual. But don't start now. Even your mom is not there, you do your homework, schoolworks, please don't. Okay? This is for the young. If you grade 11, grade 12, you need advice, man, you can talk to me anytime, man. Anytime. You know?
Yes.
Anytime.
Hamish here has got a channel where we are appearing right now. So he says you can talk to him anytime. His channel is Mtwana Wabantu.
Yes, Mtwana Wabantu. ANAM. I'll say it again. MNTWANA Mtwana, and then Wabantu, WABANTU Academy, Mtwana Wabano Academy. So if you any age youth, you other person, you need some advice, you can reach me anytime.
Yes,
you can go to
need
my
just a
YouTube
chat,
channel,
yes.
Facebook. You can reach me anytime.
Well, thank you, Hamish, for being forthcoming in this interview that we have had, which is my research project. Thank you for allowing it to air out to be it's practical evidence that I've done my research very well.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I appreciate you also.
Thank you for having me, and thank you for interviewing me. Thank you for making me be part of the youth program, and thanks. I appreciate for that. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. So see you on the next program if we're going to have any.
Definitely anytime. And anybody want to ask me, want to reach me, they can reach me anytime to the same name, Mtwana Wabantu, on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Mtwana Wabantu.
Thank you so much, miss. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Any other question probably before we...
No.
Thank you very much.
If I have any, I'll get back to you.
Okay, thank you.
Yes,
Thank you so
thank
much.
you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.